Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to speak on the bill, please.
And more in the spirit of Herod than in the spirit of Christmas. They're immoral and unconstitutional, and you can't. All political power comes from the people. All political power comes from the people. All political power comes from the people.
And we will stand at ease.
Not one step back. What do you do? Stand up like that. When justice is under attack, what do you do? Stand up like that.
The House is in session. I have asked you to lower your voices. If you do not, I'm going to place you under arrest.
When the people's rights are under attack, what do you do?
Stand up like that.
What do you do?
Stand up like that.
What do you do?
Stand up like that.
When
Get back.
love
Get back.
is
Get back.
under attack,
I need help.
what do you do?
Stand up like that.
What do you do?
Stand up like that. Stand up like that.
What do you do?
Stand up like that.
When the people's house are under attack, what do you do? What do you do?
Stand up like that.
What do you do?
Stand up like that.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
No justice.
No peace.
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 No justice.
There does continue to be a disturbance outside. For what purpose does the gentleman from the Union, Representative Arbor?
You're going to be arrested for trespassing and the chanting you've been doing, okay? I'm sorry, I asked you to leave the building.
I understand.
Okay.
It's my building.
All right, sir, follow this officer, please.
Santa Claus.
Forward together. Not one step back. Ordained and established this Constitution, that the great general and essential principles of liberty and free government may be recognized and established. Free government. And that the relations of this state to the Union and government of the United States, of the people of this state, and the rest of the American people may be defined and affirmed. We shall not be moved. We are the people of North Carolina. This is our house. We are here to protect our civil liberties, our freedoms, our right to free speech.
Our right to free speech.
And we will not be moved.
We will not be moved.
Forward together.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Not one step back. Not one step back.
Forward together.
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 Forward together, not one step back. Forward together, not one step back. Forward together, not one step back.
And trespass.
Forward together, not one step back. 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 Not one step back. Not one step back. Forward together, not one step back. Forward together, not one step back. Forward together, not one step back.
Not one step back. Not one step back.
Forward together.
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 Not one step back.
To leave the building or stop.
Thank you. Forward together.
Not one step back.
Ma'am, you're gonna be under arrest.
Anybody want my sign?
We love you.
Forward together.
Not one step back.
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 We'll address that downstairs.
Is it too tight?
A little bit.
Don't get it off. Yeah, I got it better.
Okay.
Yeah, let me.
Thank you. We love you.
Forward together.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Not one step back. 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 Not one step back.
Listen to this, people. This is Article 1, Section 20 of our state constitution. General warrants, whereby any officer or other person may be commanded to search suspected places without evidence of an act committed, or to seize any person or persons not named, whose offense is not particularly described and supported by evidence, are dangerous to liberty and shall not be granted.
Teach it.
It really has, Russ. At this point, the protesters remain out here outside the House chambers. They say what our state lawmakers are doing is wrong, and so they are taking a stand. Now, at this point, 13 of them have been arrested for refusing to leave this area. Now, within the last few minutes, the House has just passed Senate Bill 4 that would deny the state board of elections and the Accident and Fitness Commission. It would also make
Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. The ultimate measure of a person is not where he or she stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he or she stands at times of challenge and controversy. Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But you're taking faith.
That's right.
Darkness does not overcome light, my friends.
That's right.
They cannot hold out the light that is promised to us this season. Keep singing.
The people united shall never be defeated. The people united will 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 never be defeated. The Zulu say, La Sima through the Chinde and Bilachaka, we shall conquer without a doubt. La Sima through the Chinde and Bilachaka, La Sima.
Said this: the kingdom of God is not a matter of getting individuals to heaven, but of transforming the life on earth into the harmony of heaven. Yeah.
All right, so first off, thank y'all for being here in the People's House.
Speak louder.
We can't speak too loud, not too loud. We just got to put our good listening ears on. So thank you all for being here in the People's House, and this is truly what democracy looks like. This is what democracy feels like. This is what this house was built on. This is our house. So, you know, folks have submitted themselves to participate in nonviolent direct action. And, you know, we know that as long as the people are as long as elected officials are doing the business of the people, not our business, we're going to be here. If that means all day, all night, we're going to be here because this governing body has been doing some unconstitutional stuff. And we know that this special session has been called about wildfires and hurricane relief. That business has already ended. Now this business here is just dealing with trying to create power and trying to undermine the people of North Carolina. We're not going to stand for it. So Attorney Alan McShirley here is a great civil rights attorney and a legend in a sense, is going to do a little teach-in with us. So,
this is the story of how the United States was born. As many remember, the King of England had general warrants. That's what Reverend Petty just read about in our Constitution. A general warrant is something where they fill out a thing and it doesn't fill out the top part. The king signs the bottom and it gives the cops the right to bust into people's houses, take stuff out of their houses, and seize that person. There's nothing described particularly what they have done or anything. It's the height of fascism, what the Germans did with Jewish people and communists and other people to break the back of the resistance movement in Germany. General warrants are key to busting the movement. So in 1776, John Otis, a great lawyer from Boston, Massachusetts, goes into the courtroom and files a suit, and his client was the guy who had some tea in his house, and they busted into his house. And he argued for 3 days and nights that general warrants were the worst aspect of what the king was doing. And people gathered, just like we're doing today, and learned about the key part of making sure that you do not allow one person to decide who to arrest, who to put in jail, what the nature of the crime are. You can see how important this idea is. Now, yesterday we realized that Tim Moore, I don't blame Chief Brock as much as I sometimes feel like, that Tim Moore had decided, just because some people, you know, we had some people that made some noise in there, and it's fine that they arrested them. We'll fight that out in court. But what he did, if those of you who were here yesterday, what Tim Moore did was say everybody. He put out a general warrant. Nobody can go in there. That's a law. He made that law up right while he was sitting up there. Everybody with me? Yeah. And he told the cops to arrest anybody that they didn't like what they were doing. You know, so some people were knocking on the glass. That became a crime right there. They made that up as a crime. Now today, what we've had, thanks to Tyler and some of our other people, is what we call the whack-a-mole tactic, where we have people jumping up all over the place, testing out, do they have a general warrant to arrest anybody for anything they don't like. And that's
Things
what
they do.
just for anything they do. They don't like their looks. And what I say to my white sisters and brothers, this is the way, if you're a black person, this is the way you live half your life, particularly when you're out on the streets. That's what we call profile. He doesn't look, he looks bad. So you'll notice Nancy Petty or me, we can talk in a normal our normal tone of voice, and we don't get arrested. But if my friend DeMonte or somebody was talking up here like that, they would be over here in a minute. So I just want everybody to understand that when we go to court on these kinds of cases, it's called the Fourth Amendment defense, because in the federal Fourth Amendment's in the state 20th Amendment. We need to breathe life into these constitutional rights, because if we don't, despots like Tim Moore, here's the scoop on Tim Moore in case you don't know. Our Pope gave him $50,000 while he was at my alma mater, Carolina, to start the Carolina Review. He had 3 young Republicans. He wanted to start the Young Republicans, and his whole thing while he was at Chapel Hill was anti-gay rights and gay people. Did a whole thing about whether the university could give money to the LGBT group that was starting there on campus. This about 20 years ago. Very important part of his history to know about. He's not very SMART, and he got this. You could see it yesterday. So I'm just trying to tell you that's how I look at what is happening right now. I thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So the Senate is getting ready to, I think the Senate doors might be open. So I think the Senate doors might be open. The Senate's supposed to go in at 12:30. We're going to go in here and, listen to the business that's going to be on the Senate floor. If we get kicked out, we'll come back out here and continue our people's revolution. That's what we're going to call this.
So let's go into the Senate.
All right.
I know that Peter has spent a good bit of time not only offering prayer as we open our sessions on a regular basis, but also coming around to various offices and ministering to folks, talking to them, and getting to know everyone. And so I know he's developed a lot of personal relationships with a lot of the members. And
no question about whose you are, and there's no question about you being a child of God.
Excuse me, I'm a minister too, and I would like to talk to this congregation
Sir,
about who we minister to.
All political power.
I would like to
Just
say
stand in recess for a minute.
all political power comes from the people.
Political power comes from the people. Folks in the gallery, we made this statement yesterday. I just want to remind everybody today as well that this is a great part of democracy, that you get to come here and participate in this and listen to what's going on the floor. But this is a representative republic as well, and there will be no comments, no hissing, no hand motions, any of those kind of things that will be disrupting the work of the Senate. And so if that happens, this is the only warning that we'll give today. If that happens, we'll clear the gallery. We don't want to do that, but that is what we will do. So we just ask that you remain quiet and let the work of the Senate be done here on the floor.
Mr. Senator, I cannot in good conscience allow you to go forward with this.
Gallery will come to order, please.
Of the state of North Carolina,
At
I
this
cannot in good
point,
conscience allow
Senators, if you'll stand in recess, and we will clear the gallery. So, Senator, stand in recess and stand at ease. Sorry, Senator, stand at ease while we clear the gallery, please.
Forward together, not one step back. Forward together,
Not one one step back.
Forward together.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Mr. President, I would actually move that we take a recess of 15 minutes to allow the sergeant arms to clear the gallery.
Republicans during the recess.
I used to be a Republican voter. Never again. Thank you. Me too. Never.
Political power comes from the people.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Shame.
Shame on you.
Forward together. Not one step back. Forward together. Forward together. Forward together. Forward together. We cannot in good conscience allow this to go on. We cannot in good conscience allow this to go on. Forward together. Forward together. Forward together.
Yeah, I'm not checking it.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I said.
gonna do a press conference at 3, and we're gonna do it up here. But you know, in 1868, after slavery, black and white legislators were in this, not in this building, but in the old state building. And one of the first things they wrote in the Constitution was that we have a right to protest and a right to challenge and a right even to instruct our legislators. When the legislators will hide themselves behind locked doors and will have sessions that are secret sessions. When they put this together, there wasn't one African American in the room. There wasn't one person of another party. And when they will lock the doors and when they will lie and say they're having a session about hurricane victims, and in reality, this legislature is acting more like Herod in the Bible than the Christ of Christmas, they are the ones in violation of the law. We have a right to knock on the doors. We have a right to protest. There is no volume limit to your First Amendment right. And be very clear, only scared people do this. They are scared and afraid of the crowd. Look at the diversity. They are afraid of black and white and brown coming together. They are afraid of a new South emerging. They have, in fact, some of y'all, I need some black and brown folk and white to come around me. I need about 10 people. Come up here. I need some folk that are black, some are brown, some that are white, because I don't want the cameras just looking at me. Come on. This is, I want some brothers. This is, they are afraid. Lock them up. They know that they cannot handle a true, diverse voting population. I want you to understand why they're doing this. They know they're wrong. They know they're in constitutional violation. They've lost time and time again in the courts, and what they're doing here, they're going to lose. They know we're going to take them to court. They know we have a new election next year. They know that the districts are going to be redrawn. Yes. They have seen that Trumpism doesn't work in North Carolina. Yes. And there's some other things they tried everything they could, and still, listen, before you say anything, lost the governor's race. Yeah. Lost the AG's race. Lost the auditor's race. Lost their mind. Look, lost the Secretary of State, and they lost the Supreme Court. But what really struck them is an African American in the South wins 76 counties and wins by 300,000 votes. They know that if we keep building together, and if this brother, my Latino brother, and this sister, come here, this sister joins hand, and this sister joins hand, and these kind of hands come together, that's right, we can vote in a new South. Yes. We can bring to pass a third Reconstruction. That's right. Yes. Now, we're going to keep knocking. Mm-hmm. I cannot tell you today what to do. I've been on the road. I had a couple of matters to deal with, been in line with you. They are afraid of, I can tell you, though, mass arrests. That's why they keep doing 4 or 5. They're trying to scare folk, and then and then send a few of us down and say you can't be on the gallery and can't be on the third floor. But I'm about, well, I want you to be. I've done civil disobedience. Some are advising me to today maybe not do this, stay out so I can tell the story to you of you tonight on hardball. And tomorrow on Joy. And CNN is here. And I want to make sure, y'all know ain't nobody scared. I ain't scared.
we ain't scared.
I want to make sure that your story is told. But they need to understand that if I don't, it doesn't even matter.
That's right.
Because there's so many of you. See, our mantra is not I, is that we is the most important word in the justice vocabulary. It is not what I can do, but what we can do. And I wonder if there are enough we's here today that are about sick and tired of people telling you you can't protest. And if you are,
We're gonna lay down.
if you are, maybe some of you, I can't tell you what to do. Or maybe we all ought to just sit down up here. Maybe we ought to have a mass civil disobedience.
Yes.
I mean, if they want to arrest, let them arrest 200 of them, 300, like they did in the 1960s. But let us be clear. Let us show today. They're cutting off the lights. Let us show today that we will not be moved.
That's right.
That what we have in us, you can't break. That if you lock us up, you're only going to light us up. We're going to get stronger. If you arrest us, we're going to arrest the attention of the state. If you put us in handcuffs, it's just going to give us more hope. If you try to push us down, we're going to rise back up. That a movement is afoot in North Carolina. We've shown what the movement can do in this election, and we intend to show what it can do in every election hereafter. But Fight for 15 a few weeks ago, and they sat out in the street.
Yes, we did.
Because there comes a time when people get sick and tired. This building was built in 1963, the year of my birth. And for them to lock out people who haven't even done anything, the people that got arrested, they knew what would happen. But then for you to close the doors, and we know that it's because of fear. They are not powerful. If they were powerful, they wouldn't be doing this. They are just as scared as the segregationists were when they saw their world falling apart. That's what's going on here. To the police officers, we ain't mad with you. Officer Brock, we don't have anything against you. You got to do what the speaker tells you and do what the Senate pro tem leader tells you. We don't say anything to the officers, because you know what? If we win living wages, the officers gonna get some more money. Some of them, and know what? Some of them don't want to do this. They actually, and I say to the officers that are sick and tired of them using you to arrest people who are following the Constitution, but you're not arresting those folk down there who aren't following the Constitution. Officers, if you are serious, if you're with us, refuse to handcuff us. I call on the legislators. Do what John Lewis did. If they're going to pass it anyway, legislators, senators, sit down on the floor in there. Those of you that are older than me, you were born in '63. I'm glad you're here to stand up. Those of you that are standing up for the first time, I'm glad that you're here to stand up. But be clear, we're not the weak ones here. We're not the weak ones. And even if they pass these bills, and if they pass, see, they're not getting, they wanted to do it in the dark. They wanted to do it without the lights of the camera. They didn't want the cameras here, but they're here. And all over this country and this state, you can't believe my phone been just blowing up with people saying this is ridiculous. And it's going to give us the ability to organize. And the second weekend in February, let's have one of the biggest, massive, most massive moral marches on Raleigh that has ever been. You are actually experiencing Christmas. Christmas is not about a tree. Christmas was about a battle between good and evil.
Dark.
It was about a political struggle between the politics of love and justice and the politics of hate and revenge. Herod wanted to manipulate the system. Jesus wanted to bring peace and goodwill to all people. Herod was about ill will. This is Christmas. The very fact that you are taking your place to stand up and continue to birth a new movement is Christmas. And so how many of you, by the sign of your hand, you don't even have to open your mouth, by the sign of your hands today are saying, I'm here, and I refuse to shut up? Right here. Yes. How many of you today, as you put your hands down, even if I and a couple of others don't go in today, have decided that you're not going to move as long as they're in session? That's all right. How many of those of you that say, well, I might move out of here, but I'm not going to move from fighting. I'm going back and I'm going to keep organized. So this is what I want to do. Is the House in session? No. They're not in session. And the Senate, when they come back in session, and when they recess, see, they're trying to recess, and they thought we're going to have a press conference downstairs. Guess what? We're going to have it right up here. And what we want to do is we want to organize some of us, and we want to line up in every door, and everybody that will want you to knock on the door and say, let the people in. This is the people's house. All political power, this is the Constitution, derives from the people. Yes. Period. Excuse me. It doesn't derive from anybody else, but it derives from
Barber,
the people. Yes, sir.
I'm going to be very clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this glass is very thin, okay, and it's subject to break. If someone goes knocking on this glass, they're subject to be arrested and arrested immediately.
Okay, that's fine. Where, if they're... No.
Everybody got to stay behind the petition.
There is a place on this door that's steel. It's not glass.
Knock on the steel.
There's no rule that says we can't knock on it. It shouldn't be locked to start with. Our lawyers have advised you that they are out of order. None of us have done anything to be arrested. The House is not in session. The Senate is not in session. We should have a right to sit in the gallery. If we do something, you have a right to elect us, arrest us, but not until. You cannot premeditatively arrest us. That's called profiling.
You can't profile me. At the door where the steel is here, you're knocking on that, that's that. But behind these, you're not coming up behind these petitions and knocking on this glass.
I'm not
going to debate this with you, sir.
You don't have to debate with me because you're not the person that's locking the door. Well, yes, you are. But would you tell them to open the door?
I have asked if they're going to open the galleries, and I have been.
I have no animosity against you because I understand that.
I understand. I have no animosity.
Right.
But I'm telling you now, anybody knocking on the glass will be arrested.
I still don't agree with that, but we're gonna knock on the steel because
people that knock on the glass will be arrested.
And I think we'll beat that in court if we have to. But
I'll see you in court.
But here, don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. See, that's distraction, right? That's distraction. Listen, you paid for everything in here. However, we don't have to knock on the glass. There's a steel piece. Look here. I'm right here. Do just like you do when you over the hills and through the woods to grandmama's house you go. And you knock on the steel.
Stop your feet.
Yeah, that ain't gonna break. That's not gonna break. But let them know. See, this is the thing. Listen, my friends. This is the thing I want you to hear, though, today. And this is strategic. They told one of our people, arrest the loudest and get the leaders.
Yes.
I actually want to step back, not out of fear, ain't got nothing to do with that, but I want them to understand this is a people's movement.
That's right.
They've got to understand this today. It's not about any one person. It's not about any one person. And so when the time comes, and now they're saying we can't, see, they're creating rules. They're saying you can't be here all of a sudden. All this stuff will fall in court. All this stuff will fail before in court. And they're creating rules now and saying you can't be up against the windows. They just created another rule. And media, you should look at this. This is not the officers. This is Barber and what's his name? Moore. It's his fear. Never in the history of this building have they put up these little red petitions. But they don't want, they even scared to see you. They're scared to see your signs because it's convicting them. They know they're wrong. And you know what they've done? They're saying now they want to make it so that if you win a case or lose a case in Superior Court, you can't go straight to the Supreme Court. You have to go through the 15 members of the appellate court because now it's primarily controlled by people that they like. That's wrong. That's immoral. That's unconstitutional to stack the courts like that. Now they want to say that they control all the state boards of election and it doesn't ever move with the governor. That's because they're afraid. Now they say they don't want the governor to have his appointment without coming through the Senate. The governor has a right to their appointment. Their governor had a right to his appointment. But it's fear. And it's not just about who's in the office. It's about the policies. They're afraid of the possibility of living wages because it doesn't please their oligarchy that's supporting them. They're afraid of Medicaid expansion because if black and white and brown people ever understand I vote and I get health care, they'll never stop voting. You see what I'm saying? Plus, the majority of people in the state want health care. 9% of North Carolinians want to vote on a living wage. So they are out of step with North Carolina. They are out of step with morality. They are out of step with their Constitution, with our Constitution.
House is in session.
So the House is in session. I want to walk this way and let's line up on this door. And those of you that don't want, the rest of you, we want you chanting. We're going to knock, but let's knock on this door. Those that are willing on the steel part and say, let us in one at a time. Let us in, loud as you can. Let us in.
Follow Ben.
Let us in.
Ben making a way for
Okay, let us in.
Hey, forward together.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Not one step back.
Our house.
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 What are you afraid of?
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 We the people.
We the people.
Our house.
Our house.
We the people.
We the people.
Our house.
Our house.
We the people.
We the people.
Our house.
Our house.
We the people.
We the people.
Our house.
Our house.
We the people.
We the people.
Our house.
Our house.
This area is blocked off.
What rule says this area is blocked off?
We have these stances for a walkway.
Well, nobody's going in, nobody's walking.
Well,
who's walking?
Are you going to walk through?
I'm going to try to go in the door. That's where I'm trying to go.
The doors are not open.
But I need to go. I can't have a right as a citizen to check and see if the doors are
That's
open.
fine. Go right ahead.
Huh?
Go right ahead.
Can I check and see the door as long as I go out?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'll let somebody else go. See, it's a trick. They want me to go first and then they arrest me.
That's not what
all right.
we're out.
Yeah, all right. Can we knock on the door?
Can we all check?
Well, we wanted to, some people want to disturb.
We don't trust them.
Knock on the door. Can we knock on the door?
No, sir.
If anybody wants to knock on the door, come this way.
Go right ahead. Ma'am, we're not intending to go out.
Knock on the floor.
No, go that way. What's the door? Anybody that's not afraid.
I'm sorry, this area is closed off. We're not going to allow you to knock on the door.
Well, let me.
They are having seconds, and we're at ease.
You can't premeditate what we're gonna do.
You already said you were.
I said I was. I didn't say that.
You told them to come knock on the door.
I can't control them.
You told them to come knock on the door.
Them.
Did you not say that?
I want to knock on the door.
You're not letting them through. Ma'am. You will Stop! Oh, relax, relax, relax.
Okay, y'all, where's my win?
Relax, relax.
No, you cannot push this. You cannot push this.
You have to leave, right? Justice! Are you leaving the building?
Justice! Justice!
Anybody else? Justice! Let them move. Justice! Anybody else? Now! We got more for 5 minutes. Hey. Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Hold on. United! We are at ease. We are at ease. We're not in Richmond. We are at ease. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
Hold on. Listen up. I want to hear the instructions. Tyler, can you help me? People, if there are any persons that want to attempt, our lawyers, would the lawyers come up here? Any person that want to attempt to knock on this door, you know what they might do, but you want to do it, your own free will and accord, come this way. If there are any of you, that's part of the way. Because we're not going to allow folk to change the rules on us. Now, they may arrest you. I can't promise that. Are there any other persons? Our lawyers. Al, would you talk to the officer? Because we don't.
No. Listen to me. I need you guys to back up.
We're not going to back up.
There's too many. I need room to safely move. I've almost been hit by a camera 2 or 3 times. You're going to back up and give me room to work. Or you're subject to be arrested, including the police. We will arrest the press.
You will?
We will arrest
Y'all
the
hear
press.
that?
If you block our ability to safely work, yes, I will.
Don't pick. If you move, then they're gonna move. All you gotta do is let us in the gallery.
Yeah, let us
in the gallery. Let us in the gallery. Let us in the gallery.
Excuse me.
Here you go. Come on.
Can you repeat what you said about arresting the press? Like you got
Einstein, we want to. Come on, step up.
First Amendment, arrest the press.
Step up.
Say that again.
If anyone restricts my ability to safely work, they're subject to be arrested.
It's our building.
I'm not going to debate this. I'm not going to debate this.
Remember
Why
now.
not?
Remember now. That's
Freedom of the speech.
That's Moore and Berger talking.
Yep, it is.
Oh, yeah. Remember that.
I want to knock on my door. My door.
In just a second.
My representative.
My representative is down there, and I want to speak to him.
Are there others? All right.
Are we here? We're here.
Yeah.
Are you
Say you're going to arrest the press one more time.
Do not knock on that glass, man. You cannot knock on that glass.
I'm knocking.
I don't understand knock on that glass, man.
Representative Hall. Representative Hall. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in.
Can I have your attention? There's another door on that end as well. If there's those of you that desire to knock on the steel, we want to get in, and then all the rest of us, let us put our right hands in the air and do a knocking symbol. Let us in. Come on.
Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us
I need your attention. I need your attention.
Let us in. 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 Let us in.
All right. We have received a noise complaint for disrupting the session. Do not stop immediately. You're set up to be arrested. I need you to lower your voices or you're subject to be arrested. No, tell me.
Brothers and sisters. 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 There is a principle. There is a principle in the church that says there's a principle that says as others go, let others come. As others go, let others come. If you are going to be a part of that group, then you can come. I'm going to take the press. We're going to do a press piece so we can make sure the whole nation sees this violation. In Wisconsin, they stayed in their state house for weeks And nobody said they couldn't. This is an apartheid form of government. And there is a principle. As others go, somebody take their place, knocking the door. They need to see you. Not just so-called leaders. They need to see you. You. This young lady was crying. She said, look, I'm a grandmother. If they are locking up grandmothers, is there somebody that will take her place? That's the question. There's somebody that will take, I can't tell you what to do. But they just locked up 2 grandmothers. Don't let them be by themselves. Let others take their place. Because we have to say, show the country what's going on here. And as long as we are making, they're having a hard time coming back. They may come back. They may pass it. I'll do it. But let them know. I served my country for 20 years. Take their place. If they arrest you, our lawyers will be there, but we're not coming here to get arrested. There's no reason we should be arrested, because the door should be open. And we are willing to take this to court and say, Your Honor, we hadn't done anything. Right. They profiled us. That's right. They premeditatively arrested us. We were knocking on doors that should have been open. That's right. You can't arrest somebody in advance of what you think they might do once they get in the gallery. But who else will join and knock on the door since they're taking grandmamas out and say if they arrest her, if your own free will and accord, line up behind this veteran who said he fought too hard. He's over there. Is he there now?
22 years.
He's 22?
22 years.
Officers, don't try to block him from the door. That's premeditation law. You can't deal with him before he does something. You can't tell him. You got to at least let him do it. You can't arrest somebody. You can't arrest him.
I have no problem with it.
You can't touch him.
I fought in Afghanistan.
That's right. Say it, Doc.
I fought in Iraq.
That's right.
I fought for freedom all around the world.
That's right.
And for me to come home and have to deal with what we're dealing with today, that's not freedom, that's fascist.
Fascist, that's right. And you can't even go to the door.
When I knock on this door, I'm knocking on the door for the millions of people who voted in the state of North Carolina.
That's right.
For a governor, for him to be able to have his power.
That's right.
To be able to make the best decisions for education, for health care, for welfare, for housing. I didn't defend my country for somebody to tell us we can't exercise our constitutional rights. So when I knock on this door today, I knock on this door for freedom. I knock on this door for democracy. I knock on this door for North Carolina.
these go.
As these go.
Let others come.
Let others come.
If they are arresting grandmothers and soldiers, who else will take their place? That's right. That's the question in this crowd. Is there anyone else? As these go, let others come and knock on the door that shouldn't be locked in the first place.
I think so. Up here with Barber.
The Senate's about to go in session.
Okay, thank
Those
you.
could be some good doors.
All right, we'll go to that one when they go in.
Where they at?
Here's another that's taking their place.
Yes, ma'am.
Let us in.
Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us in. Let us
It really doesn't matter. Now they've arrested a soldier, grandmothers, aunties, mothers. Is there somebody else? And those.
Will
the noise complaints about disruption of session. If you don't lower your voice and stop doing these chances, I'm going to place you under arrest.
Oh, he's my brother. He's
Wow.
So I'm going to be very quiet and let the people do it.
Well, this is
Under one law.
whoever's the loudest will be the ones that are.
Hate is not a good thing. All due respect, I see hate in your face, sir. I see it. Yes, I can see it. I can see it, sir. With all due respect, I see hate in your face.
There is stress.
I know, but you go to a lot of training to deal with this, and you can see hate in your face.
The whole world is watching.
Here, Ronnie.
I don't want to talk too loud, but be real quiet. He said that they've received several noise complaints. I want to talk real quiet now. Shh, shh. And he said, I guess there is a decimal level on the First Amendment. And then he said, if you keep talking, leading the chants, we're going to get you. Well, they need to know it don't matter. That's what they don't understand. And you are proving that. And so I'm telling you of your own free will and accord. Let them know that, as Fannie Lou Hamer said, as Ella Baker said, when the people see the light, they don't necessarily need a leader. I'm just your brother. I'm a servant. I ain't no special, nobody else, just a servant. I'm half crippled, can't hardly walk. But let them know that they could arrest me and put me under the jail, but this movement ain't gonna stop. Let them know you are not Trumpites, that you are not in a personality cult, that you know why you're doing it, that this is a movement of the people, that you have your own free will and accord. I would be offended if they are trying to suggest that one old country black preacher can make y'all leave your job and come here. I don't mind bringing hope, but hope has two daughters, anger and courage. Is there anybody angry? Yes. Has there anybody got any courage? Yes. Well, let them know. Now they say if you get louder, they're gonna arrest you, so make your decision. But I would not allow people. Y'all know I'm not scared to go. But I want to tell your story tonight across the nation. I want to go out and say, look, hundreds of people are refusing to back down to totalitarianism and characteristics of fascism that are going on in the North Carolina General Assembly. I want to be able to do that and speak and tell the nation. But I would not allow them to think that if I go, you go. The truth of the matter is, we the people. Amen. We the people. We the people. We the people. So let them, as we sing, remember what we used to sing at Mar Monday? Let them hear you. Let them hear you. And I'm gonna do this press conference at the background. I'm gonna turn this way to all the press so you all can have your cameras coming that way. But people, y'all do what is on your heart to do as long as it's nonviolent and it's within your constitutional rights. And I have not read one thing in the Constitution that says you can protest, but if you do it delicately enough. Or if you do it quiet. Have y'all read that? No. Well, then let your voices be heard. Forward what? You say what? You say what? Somebody lead. Somebody pick up the flag and lead. Mike's in. Can y'all hear if I'm talking? We are experiencing, and we say this to the nation, And all North Carolinians should be at the General Assembly, or you should be concerned about what's going on here, regardless of your party. This is not democracy. It's not republicanism. It's not like Abraham Lincoln and Teddy Roosevelt. It's not democracy. This is an attempt to take over. This is the people do not like that the people voted in their governor and their member of the Supreme Court and their auditor and their AG. These were all at-large elections, not district elections. And simply because you want to control policy, you do not want to see a progressive state, and you know you can't win a fair election, these legislators have already been found guilty time and time again of violating the Constitution. They were found guilty when it came to voter suppression. They were found guilty when it came to race-based redistricting. And we believe they will be found guilty in the district for locking up this building, for refusing to have open meetings, for having secret sessions. This whole shenanigans is unconstitutional and out of order. What they are passing in there, we believe, is invalid. It is a violation of our law. The media should be concerned. Veterans should be concerned. They are arresting grandmothers and veterans and mothers and young people who simply want to be in the gallery to watch them. And some people may challenge them, but they have a right to do that. They are profiling people before they've ever done anything. They are scared of a moral movement. They are scared that we are building a new South. North Carolina was the only state that resisted Trumpism, resisted his meanness, resisted his division. He may have gotten the majority votes here, but we could not sweep in the governor and the Supreme Court because we have a moral movement here. And because people are coming together, black and white. Look at this audience, America. Look at it, North Carolina. This is everybody. It's not liberal versus conservative or red versus blue. These are the people of the state of North Carolina. This is tragic, and it's because of fear. They are afraid of they don't want the populace. They don't want fusion politics. They are afraid of people coming together. They have used the white Southern strategy for nearly 50 years to divide people, and it's not working. Senator Barber is shameful. He didn't even stand up for his own city, Eden, when it was poisoned with hard coal ash. Speaker Moore may smile, but he's as bad as Trump's lies and loudness because they have passed bill after bill that hurts people, and they're hurting white people. The majority of the things they are denying hurt white people. When they deny Medicaid expansion, 246,000 white people. When they deny living wages, majority white people. Per capita, more black people. In actual numbers, more white people. And the people are sick and tired of it. And we're standing non-violently, and we're exposing it to the nation. They know we have an election coming up in 2017, and they know that many of them are going to be voted out of office. So now they're trying to engage in a coup. If this was going on in any other country, America would be outraged. If this was going on in any other country, the President of the United States and others would even speak out. Even candidates would speak out against it. Because what you see going on here is just blatant, unconstitutional meanness. It's like apartheid government. It's like fascism. It's wrong. People can't even go into the house, the doors. They are locking people up for knocking on the steel part of the door, simply trying to get access so that they can listen to the deliberation. They won't even let the media in through the gallery so that the media can listen to the deliberation. Our Constitution says secret societies are a bad thing for our government. And so there ought to be an outrage among black, white, young, old, gay, straight, brown, red, Native American, Latinos, whoever you are, gay or straight, Republican or Democrat. You should be tremendously bothered by what you're seeing in the North Carolina General Assembly. But be sure, my last comment, they are doing this out of fear. This is the politics of Herod. We are trying to stand for the politics of Christmas, the politics of love and justice and goodwill. They are representing the politics of Herod, and they will not ultimately succeed. Any questions from members of the media? Any questions?
Are you all planning to to stay here after they adjourn?
The people are saying they want to stay. I don't know exactly all of what the people will do, but we're organizing in every way possible. We're tweeting, we're getting people ready. We're going to have a mass organizing People's Assembly in February. We're going to turn out this vote like never before. We're going to fight them in the courts, but this is just ugly, what we see them doing. Even the fact telling them how loud you can protest, saying to me, if I say it at a certain level, then they're going to arrest people on their loudness. That is unconstitutional. There is no decimal level on your ability to protest, but they can't do their business because their business that they're doing is unconstitutional, and it is wrong, and it is immoral. Am I right about it?
Yes, immoral.
Barber, I'm Jill Knight from the Observer. We're live on Facebook. I wanted to ask you where you were and what made you decide to come down today as opposed to yesterday.
Well, because first of all, we have a movement that doesn't depend on your person. I had an issue I couldn't talk about, you've heard about it, a suit that I had to deal with. And then last night I was with Michael Moore at a program in the court, still partially sick. But we're trying to say to them, they try to blame me. Oftentimes the Republican Party will say, Reverend Barber, these people are wise, they are citizens, they are smart, they are intelligent. This is not any cult of personality. These are people who understand public policy. They understand what racism is. It's not somebody waving a Klan flag. It's when you pass racist voter laws, racist gerrymandering law. They understand what classism is. When wealthy business people and others vote to keep the people from voting on their own living wage and take health care from 500,000 North Carolinians, 30,000 veterans who otherwise would be covered with health care. And we're getting the truth out in North Carolina. And that's why even now, the people have said, Reverend Barber, you don't have to go today. You tell our story. You tell our story. We want this is not about liberal versus conservative, Democrat versus Republican. This is about right versus wrong. Do you realize, and to members of the media, that as the president, for instance, is talking about the president-elect, talking about rolling back health care, the majority of the people that will be hurt are the people that voted for him. 56% of the people that will be hurt are white. 80% of the people are folk without college degrees. The very people that voted for him, the majority of the people are white.
There have been multiple warnings given about noise complaint and disruption to both the North Carolina House of Representatives and the Senate. I am going to clear the third and second floor. If you are right now on the third floor, have to leave the building for your subject to be arrested. If you do not exit the third floor without proper credentials, you're subject to be arrested. Press, if you're properly credentialed, you can stay. I need you to start moving, or you will be placed under arrest.
Do you know
Y'all got to go back and have that stand.
Majority leader, the Senate leader, the Democratic leader is trying to come up here and visit us. You have to follow your own conscience today.
Building at this time.
Everybody is being asked
If you
to
do
leave
not
the building.
leave at this time, you are
Credentialed
subject to
members of
arrest.
the media are allowed to stay.
Everybody sit down. Sit down, sit down, sit down.
go if you want to. If you want to engage, sit down, stay. But second floor is if you don't want to deal with them.
Sit down over there.
That's right. You have to make a decision today. I can't tell you what to do. You have to decide based on your own conscience. You don't have to leave if you're willing to submit to them arresting you, but it's your choice. That lady says she's sitting.
Exit the building.
Step right up here, please.
Do you think that you're arrested? Do you want to arrest me or do you want to talk to me?
They said that she had to leave the building.
They said she had to leave the building?
Yeah.
What was the charge?
She kept asking what the charge was, and they said
choking all of the rest of us out.
Due to the noise disturbance, you have to leave. This way, please.
Don't have to touch me.
Ma'am, do you have somebody to help you? You have someone to help you?
As soon as I finish this text, I'll be leaving.
Okay.
I'm old, I'm 77. I don't care to get arrested.
All right, ma'am.
I don't understand why you're shutting up to people's house, however. Here's our house.
Folks, listen up here. I need you to exit the building right now. If you do not exit the building, you're going to get charged. Second degree trespass. You understand? You guys understand?
It's not fair. Turn off.
I'm not trying to interrupt. Isn't the building open until 5 o'clock? I'm going to leave right now. It's open. Hey, Laney. Sir? Yes, sir. So you can leave the third floor right now, and you can leave the building.
Why do we have to leave the building?
Because of disturbance up here.
Well, we go downstairs, we just leave in the building.
Are you willing to leave the third floor right now?
If that's what it takes for me not to get arrested, I'll leave the third floor.
Okay.
But I would think that and I'm not trying to sound smart or anything.
I need you to leave right now, sir.
Okay, I would think that if a building is public, the public building is open until 5, we should
Clear
be
the
allowed
third,
to stay
clear the
there.
third floor, sir. If you'll just.
All right.
I'll stand downstairs.
Place him under arrest and move him down.
Ma'am, I need you to leave the third floor right now. The third floor is being cleared, okay? It's closed.
Why is third floor?
Because of the disturbance up here today. I'm asking you to leave. Ma'am.
I'm just sitting here.
But I'm asking you to leave. Are you going to leave? If you don't leave, I'll have to charge you a second-degree trespass. Will you please leave?
Where else can I go?
Ma'am, you can go down the stairs. You just have to leave the third floor right now. Will you leave, please? Right now, sir, yes. But if the disturbance comes down there, we may have to let you there. If you'll just leave down the stairs right now, please.
No, I'm Joe Kelly, Quincy Policy Worker.
Sir, I need you to exit the third floor. Do you want to get arrested? Sir, I'm asking you to leave the third floor. Will you leave, please? Okay. If you do not leave, I'll have to place you in arrest for second-degree trespass. Do you understand? You refuse to leave? Okay, sir. I need you to stand up and arrest for second-degree trespass. If you'll face this officer right here, please.
That's a good sign.
Ma'am, I can't debate that. I need you to stand up and under arrest for second-degree trespass. I need you to leave the third floor. The third floor is closed. Understand? If you do not leave the third floor at this time, I will have to place you in arrest for second-degree trespass. Do you understand? Will you please leave the third floor? Okay. Ma'am, I need you to stand up. You're under arrest for second-degree trespass. You'll face this officer. Ma'am, I'm asking you to leave the third floor. The third floor is closed. You understand? If you do not leave the third floor at this time, I'll have to arrest you for second-degree trespass. Do you understand? Will you please leave the third floor? Is you refusing to leave? Ma'am, I need you to stand up and arrest. Second-degree trespass. You okay?
It's a little hard on my
Okay,
knees.
you face this officer right here.
Not too tight. I have neuropathy and arthritis. Yeah, 'cause last night it was way too tight.
Okay.
It really hurt me. I mean, it bled.
How are these?
This side, and that's the side that cut me. It's a little tight.
Ma'am, we can't really do much looser. If you have an issue with that, let us know downstairs. We'll take care of it.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty.
How you doing, ma'am? Ma'am, I need you to leave the third floor. The third floor is closed. Do you understand that? If you do not leave the third floor, I'll have to place you in arrest for second-degree trespass. Do you understand? I'm going to give you an opportunity. Will you please leave the third floor? Okay, you are refusing to leave the third floor. Okay, ma'am, I need you to stand up, please. You're under arrest for second-degree trespass. Please face this officer.
Blood flowing.
If it's too tight downstairs, we'll take care of it for you, okay? for second-degree trespass. Will you please leave the third floor? Is that a no? Okay. I'm going to give you one more opportunity. Please leave the third floor. Will you leave? Okay. Stand up, man. You're under arrest for second-degree trespass, man. Ma'am, stand up or you're going to be charged with resisting arrest. Will you please stand up? Please stand up. Ma'am, I'm going to give you one more opportunity. One more opportunity to stand up or I'm going to charge you resisting arrest, okay?
What does resist arrest mean?
Will you please stand up?
I don't want to stand up.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Get her up.
go ahead and cuff her. We'll move her.
Stand up, please. Are you not even going to stand up, though? Go ahead and handcuff her.
You want to take this coat off one hand, you're just going to be stuck for a while in one position. Better if you just go ahead and stand up and take the coat off this way.
I don't want to.
Okay.
Ma'am, you're going to
That's
have
no
to
problem.
leave. You're going to be charged with resisting arrest and second-degree trespass at this time. You understand?
I don't understand what resisting arrest is.
I gave you a lawful order. You refuse to obey it.
Okay, all right. Media, now you have to get off this floor. Have to get off the third floor. We're clearing the floor of all non-credentialed staff, and now we're clearing the floor of media. Okay, we got it clear.
As well. Okay.
Media.
Turn off. Thank you. All over. Now we go to court, and then we go to the ballot box. They may come out here and talk. They arrested people in wheelchairs. And I'm saying to you, if you are moved today by what those people are doing, and it moves on your heart, don't just clap for them. Refuse. Make them have to pay today. Make them have to pay by the whole world seeing what they're doing. If you weren't here today, this would be done in secret and in the dark. Your presence today, your choosing civil disobedience, choosing to speak out, choosing to tweet, whatever you've done, has made sure that what they wanted to do in the dark is done in the light. And be clear, this ain't about Republican and Democrat. This is something much more sinister. This is about extremism at its worst. At its worst. But it also is building a movement. Let me say this finally. I know y'all say I'm preaching today, and I probably am. In the Bible, the book of Luke says, in the days of Caesar Augustus. I often wonder, why would God put Caesar Augustus in the scripture alongside the birth of Jesus? I read and I studied and I found out the answer. Because Caesar Augustus thought he was God. Caesar Augustus thought he was big and bad and bold. And when Caesar Augustus forced pregnant women and poor folk to be taxed, when he oppressed folk, he thought he was exercising his power. But what the scriptures were saying is he was actually an agent of God. Because if Caesar Augustus hadn't done what he did, then Mary and Joseph would have never left Nazareth. And if they never left Nazareth, they wouldn't have been in Bethlehem. And if they were never in Bethlehem, the prophecy would not have come true. You see what I'm saying? They don't even realize that what they're doing for evil, God is using it for good. That they are actually, in fact, you know, in a strange way, I want to thank them. Because, you know, if they were all nice and sweet, then we might just, you know, just quit. But now they've stirred something up in us.
That's right. That's right.
And there ain't no quitting now.
That's right.
And we don't have to merely go off of hypotheticals. We have seen what a movement can do. That's right. We saw it in the last election, and we ain't through yet. That's right. And when we get through, we're going to change North Carolina, and we're going to change the South, and we're going to change the nation, because we were born for such a time as this. Everybody hook up. Everybody, come on, y'all. Everybody hook up. Hook up with somebody. Laura, where are you? Where are some, as they say, is there somebody else that has a loud voice that will take over the chanting when I walk out? Raise your hand. There's one. Is there another that'll speak up? There's one. Is there another that'll speak up? Is there another? If they take somebody out, is there another? Keep standing. Laura, keep speaking. Tyler, keep speaking. Don't give up. I'm going to get this fever off and tell the nation tonight on hardball that there are some people playing hardball in North Carolina, and it ain't them.
Just like a tree planted by the water, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree planted by the water, we shall not be moved.
Please, been warned numerous times you are causing a disruption to the North Carolina House of Representatives. If you continue to make a noise disturbance, we will have to place you under arrest.
Is that the first warning? What did he say?
That's the first one.
First warning. You all make your decisions and let them know that you are the movement. No one person is the movement.
Our house!
Our house!
Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house! Our house
If you all raise your voice,
He's been warned once. Now try. You don't want.
We're not leaving.
Nope, yeah, we don't want that.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved.
It's right here, ladies.
Power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
And you want to walk around the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't
Shot his pretty little girl.
Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop.
That'll be a great thumbnail right there.
Yeah. People don't stop.
Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the